Hello, welcome to Michael Myers Monday, and for this Michael Myers Monday, we're going all the way back to the 1978 original John Carpenter classic, Halloween. Because this is a theory that has kind of come about the last couple months. It all started, Jason Smith from Sinister Cinema Reviews on Instagram posted a picture of someone, one of his subscribers or viewers, whatever, commented on his review for Halloween 78, which he did like a couple years ago, with this theory that kind of made you think, you know? And there are those who have taken this theory and shit on it right away because they believe one thing, because the sequels have told them this one thing, but you have to put into context just this film. With this theory, you have to put it in your mind that no other films exist, just this film. Put it in a box, just Halloween, just this film, because that would make sense. What John Carpenter did with the second one and on, making it about Laurie being his sister and him going after his family, what they did in the sequels, and what they've done with every time they've tried to reboot it with H2O and with 2018. But I can even defend 2018 with this theory as well. So, the theory is that Michael's main target was not, in fact, Laurie Strode, but Annie Brackett. Sorry, blanked on the names. It wasn't Laurie Strode, it was Annie Brackett. Now I know what you're thinking. You Halloween apologists out there, you people who are, you Laurie Strode apologists, you Laurie Strode lovers, are like, wait a minute, he follows her home from, he follows her to school, and he looks in her window, and yes, he does that. All before a certain scene that changes that. Now, he follows Laurie and Tommy because they go to his house because Laurie has to drop off the keys for her uncle, who we don't meet till the sixth film. But so at that point, he follows them. He follows Laurie to school. You get that scene outside where she looks out the window. You get him following Tommy and his friends. All that stuff. But there's one key scene where this changes. I also believe at this point, before this scene happens, maybe you did the thing where he's out the window. Maybe that's later, but it doesn't matter. Because this theory, you know, just look at it this way. It's the moment where he's driving by and you have Laurie, Annie, and Linda walking. You know, Linda's totally, and they're walking, and he speeds by, and Annie yells out, "Hey, jerk, speed kills," and he stops. From that moment, Michael is thinking, bitch, you gonna die first. And so from that moment on, his prime target is Annie. Yes, he may go after Laurie in her window, whatever. It was a nice scene John Carpenter added. It worked. But for this theory, Annie is his main target. Who does he kill first? Now, those of you out there saying, the mechanic? No. I mean, in the main, and on the Halloween Night Massacre, you know, who does he kill first? Annie. That's his first target. He goes after her, he studies her, and he knows, like, when they're walking home from school and he does that thing, he's actually looking at Annie, not Laurie. And he's after her. He is her target. Or she is his target. I'm losing it. She is his target from that point on. And she is the first one to die. Now, I'm not going to say it's the only reason, but the main reason that he kills Linda and Bob afterwards is because they show up at the house. So, nope, got to take care of them. Boom, boom, dead. Right? Then Laurie goes to investigate. Oh, nope, okay. She's, okay, I gotta kill her too. But the biggest reason why I think this is true is because who does he have laying in front of his sister's tombstone? Annie. That right there tells you this was his target. He made her his main target right there. Yes, other sequels, and even the end of this film, I believe it was Laurie, but it's not. It was Annie. And now you may be sitting there back and thinking, wait a minute, Scotty, what about Halloween 2018? That is the standalone sequel to this and continues the story. Well, he doesn't go right after Laurie right away, does he? And this is going to lean towards, you have people out there who claim Laurie Strode was the one who attacked knocked over the bus. It was Sartain. Because one, it makes sense. And two, Laurie wouldn't do that. As much as she wants revenge, this makes more sense in this context that it was Sartain who did it. And because Sartain had a plan. He wanted Laurie and Michael to face off. Laurie's fear was an irrational one. Because we saw in that film that when Michael got out, he did not go straight after Laurie. He went and started to kill other people in the town. She was afraid he was going to come straight after her. And that was an irrational thought. He's going to kill anyone because he is a psychopath. He has no design in this one in 2018. He has no design. He has no main target. The only reason he ends up at Laurie's house at the end of the film is because Sartain was driving him there, and then he follows Allison. Because Allison is now, at this point, his target. That's the only reason he ends up there in the end. I bet you he didn't even know she was Laurie Strode's granddaughter. Nor would he care. He just wants to kill. It's not about a particular target. About a particular, target in this film in 2018. But in the original, I firmly believe that it was Annie Brackett he was after from that point in the film. Not the whole time. Just from that point in the film. All the way to the end. Not Laurie, I almost fucked up. Annie was his target. And then he killed Linda and Bob because they entered the house. And then Laurie became his target because she also entered the house. And she saw everything, As some people say, oh, but wait a minute, he put on that show for her. No, he didn't. It was a shrine to the death of his sister that he committed all those years earlier. It was for himself. Not for anyone else to see. For himself. He did this as a shrine to his first kill to his sister. That's what it is. That's what it is. Chief can have they smoke. That's what it is. This is not a Breakfast Club. But yes. And then you have YouTube channels like We Watch the Movie. We Watch the Movie, which I love those guys. Don't get me wrong. I love the guys. I love your guys' work. Not saying nothing bad about you. But when you admit from the beginning that you're going to shit all over this, because they did a live stream where they were going to talk about this, and they said, I don't mean to shit all over, that's what we're going to do. They're one of those channels who have, it's sequelitis, basically, is what I'm going to say, is that they've dedicated themselves to the Halloween franchise, and so they take what the sequels have said, and they say, oh, Laurie was his sister, so she was his target, and they carry that, his family is his target. But in the original, classic film, she was not his family, and she was not his target. I firmly believe it was Annie Brackett. I'm just saying. And it's just a theory. It was one of Sinister Cinema's reviews subscribers. It's just a theory. But it makes a lot of sense unless you're one of those sequelitis people who only think it has to be Laurie because she's his family. But that's not what it is in the first film. I'm just saying. And nothing bad towards me watch the movie. I love those guys. Get some goddamn wham up in you. I love those guys. They can think what they want. That's the greatest thing about the internet. You have your own opinions. And that's why, even if John Carpenter were to go out there and admit that this theory is true, much like with the Die Hard thing, people would still yell the opposite. And what do I mean by that? Well, there's been that Die Hard debate on whether or not it's a Christmas movie or not. it is, but people still claim it's not. Bruce Willis has come out and said it's not. He doesn't know. The director, that's the director and the writers have both come out and said it is a Christmas movie. But you got those people out there, well, Bruce Willis said it's not, so it's not. Bruce Willis is one actor. One actor playing a part. He has no say in this. The writers and the director have stated it is a Christmas movie. That's a whole other video I could do. But I'm just saying, that's my point, is that even when the director himself comes out and confirms that it's one thing, people will still say it's not. If John Carpenter would have come on, go out there and say that, yes, this theory is correct, Annie Brackett was the main target, people would still say, no, it has to be Laurie, because people have their own thoughts. And that's what's good about the internet. It's also what's bad about the internet. But I'm just saying, it's one theory, and I support it. That's what I'm saying. I support it. All right? So what are your thoughts on this theory? In the comments below. Please, even if you disagree, try to be nice. Be nice about it. Don't say, hey, you're fucking stupid. This. No. Be nice about it. Say, hey, I respectfully disagree because this, and this. Be respectful about it in the comments, please. I'm not trying to have a nice conversation with people. All right? But what are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.